everyone, Alex here, and we're taking a look at about 25-30 tips and tricks for the HTC One M8. I did this before with the LG G2, and it's actually my most viewed video of all time, so I figured I might as well do it for the HTC One, and I'm going to do it for every other flagship as well, since obviously you guys like it, so might as well do it. So we're going to start right here at the lock screen. So when you pick it up and you double tap it, it'll open up to the lock screen, and you can just swipe to unlock it. Now, it only works to double tap to turn it off from the lock screen. It doesn't work on the home screen, which kind of sucks. But anyways, there's some other gestures you can do from the lock screen here. So if you swipe over to the right, you'll jump into BlinkFeed, and you swipe over to the left, you'll go into your home feed or home screen, and then if you swipe up, you jump into the last app. Now if you want to get into voice dialing, that's just a swipe down from the top, and there you go. So from here, you can also swipe up to go to unlock, and then you can also swipe over to get to BlinkFeed, and you can swipe over the other way to the left to get to your home screen, just like with the off-screen gestures that they have built in. So before we finish up with the lock screen, we're going to jump into settings over here, and here it is, security. So setting is security, and then enable lock screen widgets right there. So that's how you enable them. So now when you go to the lock screen, you'll see a little arrow up there. You can just swipe over, you'll see the calendar or calculator, then the music player I've added, and then you've got all your other lock screen widgets here that you can add. So while we are in settings, we're going to scroll down to the bottom, go to about, and then software, and then more. And if you tap on the build number 9 times, it'll open up developer options, which I already have enabled here. Also, we're going to jump into storage real quick, and it does have a micro SD card slot, which is over here on the right side. It's kind of set up like the micro SIM or nano SIM card slot that they have in here. It does support a 128GB micro SD card slot or micro SD card, which only SanDisk has right now, and it's out of stock. Obviously, it's about $120, which I would kind of hate to lose that thing because it's so small. This is the 32GB version. As you can see, I've used about 9 gigs out of the 32, and most of it is apps, about 2.5 gigs of apps, or 2.25 gigs. Just going to jump into display. So here you can change the font. You got default, Helvetica, and then LCD here. Not brightness. Font size, you can go to small. You can go to medium. Got other sizes in there as well. Then your motion loss gestures, which you have all of them here, which we already went over. You can also choose to bypass the security screen right here, which I don't have one on there, so I don't have it checked because I don't really need it. And then we're going to jump up to personalize. So from here you can change the theme, which as you can tell from here, my accents here are purple right now because I'm using this theme here. Now if I switch over to this one, they'll turn green, as well as the home screen will change the colors. So now they're green, and they're also green inside the settings, like that one there. We'll turn on some of these other ones so you can see those too. So to get to data usage, you'll have to go under the wireless and networks. You'll have to tap on more, and then data usage there, just like on other HTC devices, but it's not the same way on most other Android phones, which is why I'm showing it off. So you can do mobile, you can check your minutes, your messaging, and your Wi-Fi, which your Wi-Fi you'll have to enable by going to the overflow button and show Wi-Fi usage. Then from here you got your NFC, your Wi-Fi calling, which is a T-Mobile T-Mobile feature. Name escaped me real quick. It'll probably be on the Sprint HTC one as well, since they're enabling Wi-Fi calling on some of their phones now, but that's not confirmed, so I wouldn't put money on it yet. Backup and reset is another one I'm going to go through. So HTC has their own backup app, which allows you to back up all your app data and restore settings and all that good stuff to your HTC account, which you can select your storage service as well, which you can choose Google Drive or Dropbox. And you can choose to back up now, which is just backed up for me about 12 minutes ago, so it doesn't really need to be backed up quite yet. So let's jump into the home screen. So from here, you can do the normal pinch to get into, the widgets and all that good stuff. So over here you got BlinkFeed, and your home screen is here, which if you want to get rid of BlinkFeed, just drag it up to remove, and it's gone. And to re-add it, just add it again. Now if you want to make it your home screen, there we go. Just long press it, bring it up to the set as home option up at the top. Now to remove some of these other ones, just remove. And you can do up to 7 home screens, and that includes BlinkFeed. So there's 6 in addition to BlinkFeed. So from here you can go ahead and you can add widgets. We'll do that one. Maybe we won't. Let's do calendar. So from here you can go ahead and you can, if they're resizable, you can go ahead and long press them and resize them, or you can just remove them if you wanted to. So that's how you do the widgets. If you want to change the lock screen or home screen wallpaper from here, you can just go in here, go to wall screen, home screen wallpaper, then HTC wallpapers here, and you've got all these different ones here that you can choose. So there's that, and then you got your folders here, which are easy to make. Just drag it on top of another one. Then you can change the name there, and that's how you do wallpaper there. Now if you want to change what's in the dock, obviously you just drag it down there, and it'll also change on the home lock screen, so you'll have that in there now. So if you want to open up to that and then tap on that, there you go. It's just that easy. So in the app drawer, when you first get your HTC One, it's going to be a 3x4 grid here. So if you want to see more on there, you can go ahead to the Action Overflow, grid size, and then 4x5. Over here you also got the ability to hide and unhide apps, and then manage apps, which will take you into the app section of the settings. So you can see how much storage you got left up there. Then you got all these other apps in here. Makes it easy to go in here and force stop something if you don't want it running. So that's just how you do all that good stuff. And because this does have soft keys on it, you've got Google Now the way Google intended. So just swipe up from the home button, and there you're in Google Now. Yeah, doesn't make sense, but Google Now. Then you've got multitasking here, which is the typical HTC multitasking. You can go ahead and close out all of them. You can jump into running services here, so you can see what's running. You see what's on the SD card, what's downloaded. You can see how much is like all your apps there. Of course, you can sort by size and stuff like that. So let's jump over to BlinkFeed. So if you swipe over again, you see all your stuff here. You've even got the HTC reading list. It's just stuff you've saved to your reading list. You got all your social stuff here: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, stuff like that. And you can go ahead and add stuff. So we'll search for Android, and you'll see all kinds of different Android content here. Some stuff from Android Center and Uber Gizmo at the top. There's some other Android sites and Twitter sites and YouTube sites here. So over here you can go ahead and just go into Android headlines. So you can go ahead and read something here. You can share it if you want. Share it to pretty much everywhere. You can also add it to your reading list. So now it's going to show up on my reading list here. So I've got those two there. So that's BlinkFeed, which I actually really like. Let's jump into the camera. So here in the camera, this button down here gives you all the different options. You got camera, video, Zoe camera, selfie, dual capture, and then pan 360. Pan 360 is basically photosphere. Dual capture is basically taking a picture of both cameras. Selfie is your front-facing camera. Zoe is obviously the Zoe camera, then video is the video, and then camera is still pictures. So here you can go ahead and you can tap anywhere and then take a picture, and it takes it pretty much instantly. So down here at the bottom you've got all your other options here. So you got ISO, white balance, flash, brightness, sorry about that, filters. Then you can change your flash up here. So I usually leave it off because I don't really need it. So we're going to jump into the gallery. Let's do this one. So you can go ahead and edit these pictures. Which here you got effects, so you can change the focus point. So you can put it as the speaker that's behind the HTC One box. But as you can see, it looks kind of artificial, like the lines are all jagged and stuff. So it doesn't look as good. Then you get all these foregrounder effects, which you can use. Got all these different seasons. Then you got the 3D Dimension Plus. You got stickers you can add. And then you got, filters, frames, your other tools here that you can use. And you can also do Zoe's in here, which this is the one that it created for me. So that's the gallery app. And I think that's going to do it for our 25 tips and tricks. I'm sure there's more. I've probably forgotten a few because there's quite a few. So if there's any I've forgotten, be sure to let me know in the comments down below.